Liftoff will start in T-minus 10 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We have ignition.
It's time! Seconds from game 7 or from championship number 6. Jordan, open, Chicago with the lead! Behind the screen, Harper got a piece of it, it comes off. The Chicago Bulls have won their 6th NBA championship. Tying run at second, 2 out, Pompero over the head of Jenks. Uribe charges, throws, out! And the White Sox have won the World Series.
To the far side around the 8-yard line to Hester. Under it, and to the middle with the 15, to the 20, breaks free of the 25, to the 30, to the outside, 40, midfield, 40, 30 to the post, 20, 15, Hester 5. Oh!
For the 3rd time in 6 seasons, it's one goal team. The Chicago Blackhawks win the Stanley Cup. A little bouncer slowly toward Bryant. He will glove it through to Rizzo. It's in time, and the Chicago Cubs win the World Series.
What up, what up, what up? Welcome to ShawnSierraSports on Sports Zone Chicago. I'm your boy, the SuperBack, Shawn Sierra. Thanks for tuning in. If you're watching us on Facebook Live, then I guess you found us on Facebook. If you're not following us on Facebook, come on, go to Facebook, type in Sports Zone Chicago, click the like button, and now you're following Sports Zone Chicago. Simple. But wait, there's more. Go to our YouTube channel. If you're watching us from our YouTube channel, excellent. And if you're subscribed to our YouTube channel, for real, if you're not subscribed, come on, man. Go to YouTube, type in Sports Zone Chicago, click the subscribe button, but also click the notification button. That's the little bell next to it. That'll let you know anytime a show from Sports Zone Chicago is going live. Get it? Got it? Good. You can also tweet the show. Tweet us at Sports Zone Shy, the CHI at Sports Zone Shy now. Follow me. We got to do a little pain in the butt type deal. All right. On Facebook, I'm at ShawnSierra2025. On Twitter, I'm at ShawnSierra33. But on Instagram, Snapchat, and TikTok, I am still at the Shawn Sierra. Damn hackers. So anyway, so that's how you can find me. If you need to get a hold of me, listen. We got a great show, but I need you to get interactive. So whatever platform you watch, you can sign, leave a question or comment on that platform. It'll come up here in the thread. We'll put it up on the screen. We'll incorporate it into the show. And that, my peoples, is what makes this the best morning Chicago sports talk show around. And that's you. So bring them all, baby. Questions, comments, smart-ass remarks, because ain't nobody scared over here. Like The Rock said, maybe don't sing it. Just bring it. Let's check the chat. It is jumping like crazy. Cornelius Squalls in the house. It's top of the morning. Shawn Sports Zone. The Bears are remaining in Chicago. Book it. Whoa, Cornelius. Woo. It's the South Side himself. Michelle Walls says, what up on the Mickey Ficky TGIF? South Side, stand up. Yes. My man Armando Emeterio Lara Jr. Junior's in the house. What's up, Baba? Says Cubs are not making the playoffs this year. Stop it. Stop it. My man, Mr. Shorty, is in the house. Top of the morning to you. Thank you for tuning in, Shorty. Black Diamond is in the house. It's the top of the morning, gang. FGB. I don't believe so either, Mondo. And Hoyer on down should be relieved of their duties. Injuries are no excuse. There's plenty of talent still. Okay. But Sean, no. Actually, we had burpees in the warm-up. The lady is like, okay, we're doing a couple different stretches. So we just did kickbacks. We just put our hands on the ground, kicked our feet back, and brought up. We didn't have to go all the way to the ground. She's like, do 10 of those. I did 3. I'm like, I'm not doing 10 of these. And she's like, all right, let's do 10 burpees. I'm like, I did 2 burpees. I'm like, fuck this. No. So there are 2. I got 2 burpees in this morning, Sean. It's running late, so I'm drinking my protein. Chocolate protein shakes, good. The Plankster is checking in. What's up, Papa? How are you? He said, good morning, happy Friday, Shawn, Bears Spam, TGIF, Cornelius, Mashawn, Armando, Shorty, Black Diamond, FGB, Bear down. Listen, we got a great show at 10 o'clock. Lester, Wiltfong Jr., the Gridiron, is going to join us, talk all things Bears. I'm excited about that. So make sure you're locked and loaded at the top of the hour. Lester Wiltfong Jr. is going to do that for us. I don't even know if we're going to take a commercial break. We don't even need a commercial break right now. Listen, I don't know a lot about a lot, but I do know this. More of the usual suspects will chime in as the show goes on. That, my peoples, I can promise you. Here's my regular boring water. So today's a good day to borrow a quote from the poet laureate Ice Cube. Today is a good day. So I've been on a 3-day water fast, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, and today I get to eat finally. So my first meal is going to be a whole bunch of fruit, and then my lunch is going to be burger and fries. No, I'm kidding. I don't know what it's going to be. Our man, Rick Gonzalez, checking in. What's up, bro? It's like, hola, fool. FGB, SSSU. That's for those of you who don't know, that Southside Stand Up. And hashtag visiting Wisconsin. I'm already looking at if I'm going up to Summerfest already. It's coming up in 2 weeks. Yeah, June 19th. I think it starts on a Thursday, though, June 18th. Yeah, I'm thinking about going up there. I got to see who's performing opening night. We'll see. Oh, man, that's crazy. Craziness. Nice, nice. Crazy talk. Crazy talk. You know, there we go. There we go. So, big time win for you guys. See, you Cub fans are very, very. You weren't saying shit in the 2 10-game win streaks. I can understand you thought Chicken Little and the sky was falling in a 10-game losing streak. But you just showed by 2 10-game win streaks that you have that capability. Now, what happened against the A's? The first 2 games, I have no idea. I have no idea what the hell happened, because that's the team you should have been dog walking. Should have just smacked the shit out of them. I have no idea what happened to you guys against the A's. But I will tell you this. That was an exciting win for you guys last night. 4 runs in the 9th. And maybe that's just what you need to jumpstart you guys into playing right consistently. Because for all intents and purposes, you were dead in the water. You're down 3, going into the bottom of the 9th. And 2 of my cousins were there. One of my cousins is in from Houston. And him and his brother, my other cousin, who lives here, were at the game. So I know they were happy. I know they threw back a few post-game libations. I know that was a fact. But a win like that could propel you. That could jumpstart you. And that's what you need. You need that right now. You're not playing well. You lost 2 games to the A's, who don't even have a damn home. You're playing like a single A or double A freaking ballpark in Sacramento before you leave California altogether and go to Vegas, baby, Vegas. The A's are one of the worst teams in baseball. And for the Cubs to let them come in and take the first 2, embarrassing. Embarrassing. Yes, you won yesterday. It was exciting for the fans, but you also had to win that one because you would be the laughing stock of Major League Baseball, at least for a weekend, getting swept by the A's at home. But you avoided that. PCA had a homer. He gave up a homer when he misplayed the ball. Misplayed a fly ball to center. That led to an inside the park home run. And then he saves the day at the end of the game with a duck snort, to borrow a phrase from our old Uncle Hawk Harrelson. A duck snort to right center. Runners on first and third. Right fielder couldn't get to it. Game over. Wrigley was rocking. I had obviously I have a lot of friends who are Cub fans. So on my timeline, there are all kinds of people that I know were at the game yesterday. Obviously, my 2 cousins and their wives. Rick's full. Where's the lie? Rick says, Cubs still the second best baseball team in Chicago. Southside stand up. FGB. Where's the lie? And so a whole bunch of people were posting from the game yesterday, and I was surprised. I forgot that yesterday was Puerto Rican Heritage Night. Puerto Rican Heritage Night at Wrigley. So a lot of my Boricua friends are up there, and it works out for Puerto Ricans because the Cubs have the same colors as the Puerto Rican flag for all intents and purposes. So, a lot of the Boricuas up north love the Cubs. So, my guy Mr. Soto, who you see in the chat every once in a while. But he's a Southside Puerto Rican. But he loves the flag. He loves the Cubs. But anyway, good for you guys, as I said. Hopefully it propels you. Okay, you got to stretch here. You got to stretch here that you can go, because the next couple of games, let me see. Here we go. This stretch of games that you have, Cubs, are against bottom feeders. It's against bottom feeders, and you need to take advantage. You got the Giants coming in. The Giants are 25-38 as of today. Then you got the Rockies, 24-39. All right, then you go to the Giants, who are 25-38. Then you come home for the Rockies, 24-39. This is a stretch here. You got the Blue Jays, who are under 500, 30-33. So this is a stretch here you need to clean up. You need to really – you could not ask for a better stretch when you were struggling to have all these under 500 teams in a row. How many total games is that? Oh, including the A's. That was a stretch of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18 18, 19, 20, 21, because you got the Mets 22. You got 22 games. The next 22 games, okay. Sorry, the next 19 games. You just had 3. The next 19 games are against sub-500 teams. You got to clean up. You got to clean up. 15-4 minimum. Got to go 15-4. You go 15-4, man, you're back atop the NL Central. And you're grooving right into the All-Star break. So it's set up for you nicely, guys. Set up for you nicely. But hey, you know what? Let's get it crack-a-lacking, baby. You know how we do the first segment of every show. It's called Top of the Morning.
It won't come just when you want it.
Top of the morning to you. Top of the morning to you.
First top of the morning topic, you know where we're going. Only place to start. Like yesterday. Cubs. There you go, baby. The Cubs. Woohoo. Cub fans. Shit, wrong one. The Cubs avoid the sweep and beat the Sacramento A's at Wrigley Field yesterday 7-6 in a walk-off fashion. Shota Imanaga got the start. He got a no decision. 6 innings, 6 hits, 6 earned runs, 1 free pass, 5 punch-outs. PCA, Pete Crow Armstrong. He was 2 for 4 with a homer, his 9th RBI, driving in his 29th and 30th RBIs of the year. Ian Happ was 2 for 4 also. He had a double, his 13th. Drove in 3 RBIs, 32nd, 33rd, and 34th RBIs on the campaign. And Dansby Swanson, I'll tell you this. I know you Cub fans were happy as a pig in slop to see Dansby Swanson deliver in the 9th, huh? 1 for 4. His only hit was in the 9th, driving in his 28th run of the year. I know you Cub fans are like, ah, shit. Dansby Swanson's up. I know you were. And he right back up the middle. Pretty good. That allowed Pete Crow Armstrong to come to the plate with runners on 1st and 3rd. Duck snort for the winner, for the walk-off. Next top of the morning topic, the Cubs host the Giants today at Wrigley. First pitch is at 1:20 p.m. Central. You can catch that game on the Marquee Network or listen to it on their flagship station, 104.3 FM or 670 AM, The Score. The probables for today's game for San Francisco, Robbie Ray is on the bump for the Bay Areas. He's 3-6 with a 4.45 ERA going up against Edward Cabrera. He's on the bump for the Northsiders, who's 3-2 with a 4.00 ERA. Next top of the morning topic, the White Sox on Wednesday. Man, they avoided a sweep in Minnesota. Thank God. That would have been terrible. They opened up a can of whoop ass on the Twins with an 8-0 victory. Stephen O and I were talking before the show. If you remember, on Wednesday, I was like, oh man, Eric Fetty starting tonight for Wednesday's game. Like, Eric Fetty started tonight. Like, yeah. Well, guess what? Eric Fetty got his first win of the season. He's 1-5. He went 5 innings, 2 hits of shutout baseball, 1 free pass, 2 strikeouts. Andrew Benintendi, 2 for 3 with a homer, his 6th of the season, driving in his 28th and 29th RBIs on the campaign. And the rookie, Gonzalez, Rick's cousin, was 2 for 4 with 2 RBIs, his first 2 of the season. Miguel Vargas was 1 for 3 with an RBI, his 41st of the year. The next top of the morning topic, the White Sox. They travel to the city of brotherly love speaking of, man, we need some Jay Grizz. We miss Jay Grizz. The White Sox are in Philly tonight for the weekend. 3-game set taking on the Philadelphia Phillies. First pitch is at 5:40 p.m. Central. You can catch that game on Chicago Sports Network or listen to it on their flagship station, ESPN 1000. That's 1000 a.m. The probables for tonight's game for the good guys on the South Side. Anthony K is on a bump. He's 5-1 with a 3.77 ERA going up against Jesus Lazardo. Jesus. We're playing Jesus today. He's 4-4 with a 4.30 ERA. This is pretty cool. The next top of the morning topic, but is it a surprise to anybody? Munetake Murakami was named the American League Rookie of the Month for May. Whew. Right before he got hurt. He was dealing. Dealing. Rick, you're a fool. Rick's like, I was happy to see Swanson at bat. And then when he got that hit, I was like, chinga de madre. FGB. That's classic. Oh, man. That's crazy. That's hilarious. But Munetake did well. I'll tell you what, I was very, very happy. All right, he is coming into his own. All right, he's in a situation where not a lot of people would have thought that he was going to be. A lot of people passed on him. A lot of people passed on him because they're like, no, he's not going to be able to hit a big league pitching, blah, blah, blah. Whatever excuse they wanted, they passed on him. Okay? King Booker World was on the Munetake bandwagon from Jump Street. I hear you. Kudos to you, sir. Kudos to you. What's today? Wednesday? Oh, today's Friday. TGIF. Let's keep it crack-a-lacking. The next top of the morning topic, the Sky. This is strictly for Rick Gonzalez. The Sky. Host the Connecticut Sun tonight in Wintrust Arena. Tip-off is at 6:30 p.m. Central. You can catch that game on Ion TV. Just for you, Rick. Just for you. Oh, man, that's classic, dude. That's awesome. Listen, we have one more top of the morning topic. Got me a little fired up, too. Got me a little fired up about it. Oh, my phone's acting crazy. There we go. One more top of the morning topic. So the Bears, I shouldn't say the Bears. The NFL. The NFL has released the preseason schedule. Just teasing us. Here's a preseason schedule. Saturday, August 15th. 12 p.m. Central. Cleveland Browns are at Soldier Field. Then the following Saturday, August 22nd, the Bears travel to Cincy, the Queen City. Cincinnati, Saturday, August 22nd, at 6 p.m. Central. And then one more week, final preseason game of the week is one more week away. One is the following week on Saturday, August 29th. It's 5 p.m. Central in Tennessee, Nashville, at Nissan Stadium. I don't know about you, but that got me fired up when I saw the preseason schedule, because that means right after the preseason is the regular season. Let's see. You guys are crazy in the chat. Black Diamond says, pipe down, Rick. Y'all finally decent and you're sticking your chest out. Y'all still that JV team on 35th. Hold on, player. Hold on, player. Hey, you just won on a walk. Well, you just went on a walk-off. You had to come back from 3 down in the 9th. So, I mean, kudos to you. You did it. You did it. But, yeah, to the A's. The A's. It's why, man. This is what happens, and I don't know why the Cubs were reeling. All right, but they need to get back. What I tell you, 19 more games. As of today, your next 19 games are against teams under 500. Here it is. Here's a stretch where if you go 15-4. 15-4. You jump back atop the NL Central, as I said earlier. So thank the schedule makers for giving you this stretch right here. Still talking. Oh, my goodness. That's hilarious. Shawn says, Sox is the #1 team in Chicago. Cub fans, book it. King Booker will say, that lady in the crowd put a curse on their head. She did. Black Diamond says, I said, y'all decent. I'm not giving y'all no respect because y'all took that serious because our manager's an idiot. Rick says, maybe the Cubs and their fans need to have a prayer circle in the bathroom while they hold hands and pee. FGB. Holding hands around the trough. Oh, goodness gracious, great balls of fire. You guys are something else, boy. I love it. I love it. Well, listen. As far as baseball-wise, I already said what the Cubs need to do. The Cubs, I talked Cubs. All right, if you missed it, go back and check it out. The next 19 games are against teams under 500. Come on now. I mean, that could change when you get to the last series. They could be at or maybe over 500, but as of right now, the next 19 games, here's your opportunity, Cubs. Here's your chance. So you're telling me there's a chance. And the Southsiders, we got a tough stretch. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. Okay, we got a tough stretch. And you can't front like it isn't. We can't front. Let's see who we got coming up. I remember, but I don't remember the order. So we're in Philly this weekend. Then we come back home for the Braves. Philly Friday, Saturday, Sunday. We're off Monday. Braves Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. The Dodgers. Let's look at the record here. So the Sox and the Phillies have the same record, 33-29. Okay. The Braves are 42-21. They're 667 winning percentage. Woo, probably the best team in baseball. Let me double check. It should be not the best. They're probably the top two. Because you don't. Yes, sirree. 6-6. Oh, Atlanta game was late. They didn't have it in here, but yeah, they're. So Atlanta's 42-21. Then we got the Dodgers 40-23 for 3. We got the Yankees for 3, who are 37-25. Before we go back to the Tigers, so you have a nice little stretch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. These next 12 games. Yeah, I could see that. Michonne says, let's see what the Sox are made of this month. I agree. Rick says, if we can go 6-6 through these 4 series, I'd be happy. Southside stand up, FGB. Yeah, 6-6 would be anything above 6-6 is gravy. Anything above 6-6 is gravy. But you got to start tonight. Got to start tonight. They have to get off quickly. You can't be messing around with these good teams. I mean, we're a good team. We just started off slow, and it took us a while to get going a little bit, to get in sync, but we're here now. We're here. So I am more than excited to watch us play the Phillies, watch us play the Braves, watch us play the Dodgers, watch us play the Yankees. See, now you're just hating Black Diamond. It's like 0-12 loading. Come on, bro. Yes, the Braves and then the Dodgers at home. Braves are Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Dodgers Friday, Saturday, Sunday. The Bears wrapped up another week of OTAs. They have one more week of OTAs before they're on vacation. They're done. Bye-bye. They gone. I think they're off for 2 weeks. Two or 3 weeks. Like Diamond's like I couldn't resist, Shawn. The disgust. Let me use that. The disgust amongst Cubs and Sox fans toward each other is real. It is real. It is 100% real. Always taking shots. Whenever we get a chance, one side always takes a shot at the other side. Warranted or unwarranted, needed or unneeded. Let's do it. Like you're damn right, fool. Oh man, King Booker was all his cousins are Cub fans. I can't stand all of my cousins. I know my guy's like, you want to go to a Cubs game? I'm like, why? No. Only reason I go to a Cub game is to go to Output before the game. Grab some wings. Only reason I go to Cub game. Unless you give me a suite or the 1914 club, whatever. If I got tickets to that, I would go. But as I was saying earlier, Bears, I'm fired up about it. I'm really, really fired up about it. I'm a little concerned. All right, the Bears have an injury issue that is concerning. All right, Kyler Gordon has not practiced due to a soft tissue injury, and Ben Johnson was pissed, was annoyed about his lack or due to his inactivity. He was not happy. And then Rome. I don't know if it's an injury concern. He's talking about his foot that got operated on for the foot injury, and he just says it sounds like he's going to be in pain, or it's going to be something he has to deal with. Well, welcome to old age, because there's going to be shit that you got to deal with that you don't know, and you're not going to be happy about it. King Booker World says, I think Kyler Gordon is working out the wrong way. He needs to get a better trainer. Rick says, if Roman never said anything, no one would have known. They all said he looks good, FGB. Yeah. Sometimes you don't have to be completely forthright, because it causes a lot more problems than if you just lied or just omitted what you said. Like Diamond said, it's still early now. We get to camp and Kyler's still out. Then I'll be annoyed. I agree. Well, listen, here's what we're going to do. We're going to take a quick break, and on the other side of the break, we're going to welcome our guy, Lester Wiltfong Jr. Okay, we have all things Bears to talk. So if you get your Bears questions ready, when Lester comes on, let's give him a great big Sports Zone Chicago welcome. And let's bombard him with questions. Let's bombard Lester with questions. So get him ready. So keep it locked right here. Lester Wiltfong Jr. up next on Shawn Sierra Sports on Sports Zone Chicago.
Operator 901, where's the emergency?
127 Brymere.
Okay, what's going on there?
I'd like to order a pizza for delivery.
Ma'am, you've reached 911. This is an emergency line.
Large with half pepperoni, half mushroom.
You know you've called 911. This is an emergency
Do you
line.
know how long it'll be?
Okay, ma'am, is everything okay over there? Do you have an emergency or not?
Yes.
And you're unable to talk because...
Right.
Is there someone in the room with you? Just say yes or no.
Yes.
Okay, it looks like I have an officer about a mile from your location. Are there any weapons in your house?
No.
Can you stay on the phone with me?
No. See you soon. Thank you.
Every day, we take steps to keep the people we love safe, but some health risks are easy to miss. Ticks hiding in the yard can spread germs, like the ones that cause Lyme disease. Mice searching for food can spread bacteria that makes us sick. Mosquitoes lay eggs in standing water and can spread West Nile virus and more. Cockroaches are drawn to water in the home, leaving behind allergens that can trigger asthma attacks. Common pests can threaten our health. Learn how to protect your family at pestworld.org.
When I'm flying, I put my helmet on, my visor down, my mask up. You don't know who I am. Whether I'm African American, Asian American, Hispanic, white, male or female. You just know I'm an American airman kicking your butt. I'm General C.Q. Brown Jr. Come join us.
No, I don't know though. I'm scared. I mean, you're so... that you're in my lane? No, not at all. Are you not paying attention? Are you texting? I was just checking in with my mom. I was telling her that I thought we'd be home by 6. It's okay. There's enough time. Just pay attention. I'm not even halfway through my text. There's no way. I'm not even going to look up. My babies are in the car. You have to pay attention. It's just supposed to be a quick text. I'm so sorry.
I was rehabbing the foot. I've never had really, injury like that before. That was kind of prohibiting me in that way. But I'm the type of person at the same time that don't want to provide those excuses for myself at the end of the day. So it's like, if the ball's not caught, the ball's not caught, regardless if I'm running on one foot or whatever it is. So that's my standard. That's my expectation, and I didn't do it well enough. I feel like, yeah, you got to stay on top of it, regardless of if it's 100 or not. I feel like it's hard to say it's like 100. I feel like when the Super Bowl and we win that and we raise that trophy, it'll be 100. This is my new normal. And it's not from a standpoint that I'm like always in pain, but the way my foot broke, there's a calluses in there that like creates, a different type of foot structure with those bones and different things. It kind of shifts things around. So my new normal was kind of what I'm growing into. And I don't think that's anything that's going to prohibit me or keep me from making plays.
Welcome back to Shawn Sierra Sports on Sports Zone Chicago. Those comes courtesy of the Chicago Bears. That's Rome Odunze. Talking about his surgically repaired foot. We can build him better than before. Better, stronger, faster. Lester's laughing in the background because he knows exactly what I'm talking about. Chuck Majors, $6 million man, married to Farrah Fawcett Majors. Hats off to you too, sir. She was the it girl back in the late 70s, early 80s. But he was a Hollywood star. He got the Hollywood hottie. Anyway, let's bring him out, man. He's a good friend of the program. Fired up. I love talking football with my man. He's a former old lineman, so he and I could just talk football all day long. He's the editor-in-chief of Windy City Gridiron. You can follow him on Twitter at Wiltfong Jr, Wiltfong Jr. Guys, let's welcome back to ShawnSierraSports, our guy, Lester Wiltfong Jr. Lester, what's up, Bubba? How are you? God, you're muted. You're muted, yeah. No, I can't hear you still. Oh, no. 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 Muted. No. Damn. Here. Check it out. I'll bring you back in a moment. I hate when that happens. I hate when that happens when you're going and you can't, your audio's not working. Like, what the? Come on, you son of a. You son of a bitch. Oh man. Let's see. What is? Cornelia says Kyler Gordon needs to start working out at the facility instead of on his own. Yeah, I agree with you, man. There's something that's, if you're working with your guy, and I don't understand why the Bears are. The Bears, you can't make. Here's the thing: you can't make people work out at the facility. You can't. What the hell is Kyler Gordon? Because now they don't know. As the Chicago Bears, you don't know what your starting nickelback's trainer is doing and putting him through. At least because he doesn't give reports, he's not obligated to give reports to the team. If he was training here, one, he'd be training with the Bears strength and conditioning coach, with their speed coach, and he'd be mandated, or they would make sure they got updates from the trainer. Let's see if we're good here.
Can you hear me now?
Got it, baby. Yeah, baby.
So I logged on a little early, and it tried connecting to my phone because it likes to play Apple plays together. I always disconnect because I got the fancy mic. And I turned it off, and I set it right, and it was working, and I don't know what happened, but we're good, man. I was saying, man, you dated yourself with that $6 Million Man reference, man. Your audience is like, what the hell is this guy talking about?
Well, this should help.
1970 show. Yeah. So that was good.
Better, stronger, faster. Yeah, that's dope. And the fact that you laugh and like Lester knows what I'm talking about, that's beautiful.
Because I'm older than you, and I get that reference. I get it.
Are you? How old are you, bro?
I'm like 90. I'm like 55.
You born in 70 or 71?
1970.
Oh, okay. I was born in 71.
Oh man. See, we're both some young looking old dudes, is what it is.
Yes, we are. And look, you got less salt in your beard than I do.
When I grow it out, it's really prevalent. It's still trimmed back now, so we're good.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm about to shave this off and not this week. I'm gonna go with the one guard and go real low, so just the stubble, and that looks good. But then once summertime shot really hits, this coming off.
There you go.
Yeah. So no wonder we vibe, because we're literally right there.
A year away, right? Yep.
Dude, that's crazy. Well, the Bears wrapped up their second week of OTAs. I know you and I, we don't place a lot of emphasis on OTAs or get too high or too low. Everyone's like, did you see the throw that Caleb made to Roma Dunze? It was 850 yards on the dot. It was the best. We're like, dude, they're fucking shorts. They're in helmets and t-shirts. Like, come on. Yeah. Talk to me about what good can come out of OTAs that you would want to talk about instead of the goofy stuff that everyone else likes to talk about.
I mean, like, to me, really all I'm looking for in OTAs is who's out there, right? Who's participating, who's coming into voluntary workouts, which for one, it's voluntary. So if someone misses, I don't really care. It's voluntary. But, who's hurt, right? I mean, Kyler Gordon, right? He was there a little bit, but he wasn't always practicing, right? TJ Edwards is back. Deo Odengbo is back, but they're not practicing in full. So to me, that's all I look at OTAs for. Which players that we're counting on as fans and need to see play well, which players are out there practicing and going through the motions and doing what they have to do. Jalen Johnson was in camp. He was practicing. He was hurt most of last year, so that's a positive. So that's really all I look for. And then look, you can pick up some keys from the coach, right? And it's always nice when look, I'm old school. I like the coach getting salty sometimes. So you can kind of sense his annoyance sometimes with some of the stuff. We saw it last year for sure, right? How pissed he was.
We saw it yesterday with the phone.
We saw it with the phone the other day. So I'm okay with that. I mean, that's really all you could take away from it. But as far as this was the greatest throw of all time, it's fun. I mean, those clips are cool to watch, but we're talking about practice. You know what I mean? So.
From the words of the poet laureate Allen Iverson,
yes,
don't practice. Yeah, and you know what? And I see the same. I see it, and I'm like, okay, it's a nice throw. And then everyone's like, but they were a team. It wasn't 7-on-7. I'm like, and like, come on. I say offensive lineman can't block as well without pads on. Like, come on, dude. Like, relax.
The D line cheats in 11-11 no pads because the offensive line.
Yes.
Yeah. They pretty much know it's a pass, so they're in their pass rush set, and it's like, come on, like I'm an old offensive lineman. It was the same in high school, same in college. When you're just scrimmaging, the defense always knows what's going on. So I would have deals with my guy, right? Look, just come on, man. I talked to the guy across me. Let's not mess around here. Yeah. We're not trying to be walk through heroes today.
Yeah, seriously.
Let's just get the stuff here. Let the offensive guys do their stuff. Let them run their routes, and and let's just go. But no, it's again, it's better than the alternative. It's better than no highlights. So I'll take the highlights.
Very true. Very, very, very true. For me, Lester, I'm looking for. I want to see it's muscle memory. I want to see Caleb start hitting the check down.
Yeah,
the stuff that everyone their mom was talking about. He's got to hit the simple, get the easy, get the boring, the mundane. You and I have had this conversation many times, and I've said it multiple times on my show. Just hit the open guy. I don't give a damn if it's a 3-yard pass. You don't need a big play all the time. Rumor has it he's doing that, or reports have it that he's doing that. Reports have it that he's a lot more accurate as well. Talk to me about how that is going to transfer into training camp, preseason, and the regular season if this guy is starting to get more accurate and throwing the check downs, letting the playmakers make plays.
Well, that's an emphasis, right? I mean, that's something that Caleb talked about after the season, right? He wants to work on, doing the easy things. He wants to work on, making the quicker play when it's there. He talked about it early. We've heard Ben talk about it. We heard the quarterback coach talk about it a couple weeks ago, saying how, less is more, right? So yes. Look, this is an emphasis on the offense this offseason. You can't do everything in one offseason. Last year, they had some stuff to fix with Caleb based on what he had coming out of Matt Eberflus's, team. So they got some of that tweaked away. He had a phenomenal season. The Bears had 11 wins, right? So now this year, now we're working on this. Let's work on the checkdowns. Look, if the crosser's there right now, and it's only going to be a couple yard gain, just put it out in front for your guy to make the catch. It's first down. Take that easy play. There'll be times to take those shots, right? So I think sometimes Caleb, and look, his first year, he wasn't very good at those deep shots. He was pretty low, right? So he was good last year. His middle of the field usage was really good last year. So he worked on a lot of stuff he had problems with from year 1 to year 2. He'll do the same year 2 to year 3. So I'm expecting a big year for Caleb. I mean, I'm expecting that 4,000-yard plateau finally get cracked. I'm expecting the Eric Kramer's touchdown records going to probably finally get cracked. I just see good things ahead for Ben Johnson and Caleb Williams.
I do too. Well, guys, we're talking with Lester Wiltfong Jr. He's the editor-in-chief over at Windy City Gridiron, and we're talking Bears football here on ShawnSierraSports on Sports Zone Chicago. A second year in the same system with all your boys. All right, the only new people are the rookies. Okay, 11 people don't have to learn this offense; just the rookies do. That's what has me excited, Lester. That's got me real excited about the fact that he's not learning. He's not going to get kicked off in training camp for not having to play and not getting out of the huddle quick enough. All that stuff is behind him. But and I bet you love when Ben Johnson kicked him off, and I did too. I'm like, good, because that shows you I don't give a damn if you're Caleb Williams, Heisman Trophy winner, #1 overall pick. If you're not doing it my way, I'm getting someone else in there who can, and that was beautiful to me. But I think the fact that Ben's a psycho when it comes to coaching, Caleb's a psycho when it comes to winning. Those two together, that combination, that partnership, has got me really excited. And let me know how you feel about that, because Caleb wants to be coached hard, and Ben's like, hold my beer, I got you.
Yeah, I mean, Caleb wanted to be coached hard. He's talked about that when he was drafted, and I think he got some of it, from his position coaches year 1, but it wasn't the level that he needed. Right. I think that he had some lazy, I won't say lazy. He fell into some traps where he wasn't doing things the right way all the time. Right. And we heard some of that stuff come up. Yeah. He had some habits pop up, and look, it happens, and if your head coach and your coaches aren't as position as detail orientated. Right. And you don't know any better. And look, he has a veteran in place, Case Keenum in the room with him now, help him out there, which is a plus he didn't have as a rookie.
Huge.
Ben Johnson's a psycho, right? And Ben Johnson's coaching staffs are all psychos because that's what he wants. So he got coached hard last year. And look, some rookies, some quarterbacks, some players, they might not take to it. Caleb took to it. He's like, yeah, I like it. This is what I want. And you could hear it. You could see their relationship build. And yeah, man, same offense, 2 years in a row. We talked about it for years with the Bears. Oh, another offense for Jay Cutler to learn. Oh, another offense. And look, it's
6 and 9. Six freaking offensive coordinators in 9 years for Cutler. Come on.
Bro. A lot of times it's similar concepts, so it's not that difficult, but it's still a new language, right? you're still learning how this offensive play caller wants things. There's none of that. Same language, same terminology, same basic concepts they're building on, and it's the same voice in your ear. I think that's going to bode well. I mean, look at Ben Johnson in Detroit. Every year his offense got better, and I see no reason why it shouldn't improve for the Bears in 2026.
I agree, and also same train of thought.
Mm-hmm.
Caleb is starting to understand what Ben Johnson wants in certain situations. So what's going to be crazy is when Caleb we'll never know this unless they talk about it in a presser, but if Caleb's like, if Ben starts to call a play and he's like, that's the play I would have called. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I was thinking deep post in that play too as well, because the safety was cheating over, blah, 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 blah. And when they start thinking that way, holy cow. I'm excited. That's like I said, I don't know. I doubt we'll ever find out, but that's where they're leaning. That's toward that's the way they're going. And that's got me really excited. Let's talk to me about the wide receivers. Let's talk about that new cat, young guy, 4.28, Davion Thomas. People talked about, well, he's just a gimmick guy, a return guy, and he gets there and they're like, holy shit, this guy actually can run routes. Talk to me about what he can do and what and all he brings to this offense, and how you think Ben Johnson is going to use this guy.
It's the consensus board talk, right? The most analysts had Xavier Thomas day 3, like way down the board, right? But then you start hearing some other teams talk, some other scouts talk, some other analysts talk, some other former coaches talk. Gruden really hyped up the kid.
Yeah.
You hear other guys that have that are football guys, right? And look, Xavier Thomas, highly recruited guy out of high school. LSU, which is again a great program for receivers.
Wide receiver,
talent, right?
Yep.
So they had bad quarterback play when he was there. Okay, you look at his numbers and look, the speed you can't teach, right? He had one of the highest catch rates in college football last year. He had pretty good hands. We'll see that. He's a good returner, a great returner, a great punt returner and kick returner in college. That translates, right? You can do that. So if anything, if he's your wide receiver 4 as a rookie, returning kicks and punts, and kickoffs matter now. Again, they're bringing the kickoff back. It's not like it was before where and there's no returns. Now they want those returns. So the kickoff is a play that matters again. Punts have always mattered. So he'll be getting touches there. You're going to scheme him up with some reverses, some jet sweeps. 4.28 speed's the kind of speed where if you're a defensive coordinator, you have to, okay, when Thomas is on the field, we got to ID him. We got to make sure we know where he is. Even if he's just running the what is it called? The sacrificial post or the sacrificial whatever it is. If that's all he's doing, you still got to respect it, because if you don't, and now he's open, now you got a guy, Caleb, who wants to, hit those deep shots. Come on, man. You have to know where he is at all times.
That's got me excited because of that. I can see a short crosser. All right, you see, get someone in man, put him in a slot, and now you got a nickel back on him. I know there's a lot of fast cornerbacks, but I don't know if any cornerbacks are running 4.28s. You know what I mean? And Ben Johnson is just sitting there. I could see him sitting there like Dr. Evil, like rubbing his ball.
You can line him up at tailback. He did some of that at LSU, carried the ball. So go out there in your 13 personnel. You got Xavier Thomas at tailback. And then now, how do you match up as a defense, right? Okay, 13 personnel.
Linebacker, safety?
Linebacker, safety, corner. Okay, now Colston Loveland, let's split him out. Who do you put out with him? A corner, a linebacker? What happens if Xavier Thomas now runs a Texas route out of the backfield? There's no linebacker's going to cover him.
Yep,
so
and get it to him quick.
You got options.
Yeah, that really, really has me excited, and I can't wait to see that. But let's talk about something you're a lot more familiar with, and I'm very familiar with it, but you're a lot more familiar with it than me, and that's the O-line. All right, we got a new center. Okay, and this just came in. I'm sorry, this just came in 12 minutes ago. Dylan Thieneman and Logan Jones have signed their rookie contracts, so everyone should be good. They're all signed, sealed, and delivered. Offensive line, we got a new center in Bradbury, Logan Jones as well, but that left tackle spot is still up in the air. There's a lot of participants for that left tackle job. You got Braxton Jones, Theo Benedette, Jedrick Wills, and even Kieran Amagaji. Your thoughts on that left tackle spot and who you would like to see win it?
I've always liked Braxton Jones. I mean, I know fans. There's a big set of our fan base where he sucks. He's terrible. The bull rush, right? His anchor's terrible. Yeah, okay, his anchor's bad. That's one of his problems. But he is a serviceable left tackle in the NFL. Mm-hmm. I'm not a huge fan of Pro Football Focus's numbers and grades, but he was always a above average graded out his first, second, third year.
They liked him, so yeah.
I mean, so he does a lot of good things for you. And look, if his anchor was great, he'd be a Pro Bowler, right? I mean, so it's like, he's a 5th rounder for a reason. He has some issues to work on. And I hear fans say, oh, he's too weak. Well, anchor's not always strength. Part of it is, obviously you got to have a good core, you got to have a good base, but a lot of it's hand placement, right? At that thing, you got to get your hands up quick. You got to, divert the defender. Don't let him, get that bull rush going. So, look, we saw this offense function last year with Theo Beneday, who was, I like Theo Beneday. He's a good run blocker.
Canadian Eagle.
He is not a very good pass blocker. He needs some work, but he may take a step this year, right? We saw the offense function last year with Ozzie Trapillo early on. He had to work into his own before he got serviceable, but I think Braxton Jones will be just fine. And we've heard the Bears talk about him a little bit this year. They said he looks good out there. He's all the way back from that injury. That's some ankle injuries, they're not all the same. And his obviously was one that put him out longer. And then he came back and you could tell he wasn't right last year. You could just see him moving. He was not moving the way he was. He had way more problems than just with the bull rush. He could not block. I'm trying to remember. He could not take the inside. I think that was, I forget which one of the ways he struggled really bad with because he had no push off.
Right.
So they brought him back because he needed him. He got exposed a bit. He went on IR with another injury because something else happened. Look, if your ankle's bad and you're not all the way back, now all of a sudden you're not moving right. So now maybe you put some stress on something else. So maybe you're
overcompensate something.
Yes,
else.
So something else. So they shut him down. They brought him back. They weren't able to get him back in, but now we're well over a year removed from that injury. If he's healthy, which it sounds like he is, I think he's going to be fine at left tackle.
Speaking of over a year out of recovery, Jedrick Wills.
Yeah.
All right. Former 1st-round pick. Number 5, I want to say, from Cleveland. Give me your thoughts on him. Give me your thoughts on him before I give you my thoughts. I don't want to influence you. Give me your thoughts on him before I give you my thought on Jedrick Wills.
Yeah, I watched some of his tape from Cleveland. I watched some of his tape from college. And, I mean, obviously he was a high draft pick for a reason, right? I mean, his college tape was pretty good. He looked like he was going to be the future at that spot for the Browns, and had some injuries happen. He said that did he retire or not retire? I'm not sure what the full story is there, but regardless, he stepped away for a year.
He said he took a year to let his body completely heal is why he did that.
So Browns fans were salty at him because it seemed like he could have played through it. And look, the player knows your body the best. And we've heard this coaching regime, that they want football players, right? That's all Ben Johnson wants. If Ben Johnson doubted this guy's football character in a tiniest bit, they wouldn't have signed him. So they must have believed that there's something in there. He's fighting for his NFL life. He may not even win the job over Braxton Jones, but I think it's a good wild card to kind of throw out there and see what happens, because the tape wasn't bad. He just got a bad rep because of what happened, but I still think Jones wins that job just based on what I've seen, in the NFL from both of them. But I would not be shocked if they coach Wills up. Roush is a great O-line coach. And if he does win that job, I would not be surprised at all.
Yeah, I like Jedrick Wills. I think that could be the best signing because of he's fighting for his NFL life. And you know as well as I do it. I mean, at any position. Like if you get drafted, you're a top 10 pick, you're a special player. Right? You're a special player. There's some things that you have that many other people who may go in the 1st round or get drafted regardless, whatever round, they just don't have. And doesn't mean you're going to be better at this level or more successful, but there's things that you have. And if Dan Roush can work with that, get him back to that. Again, he's fighting for his NFL career. Ain't no other place you're going to go. You're going to be making a couple $1 million a year. You know what I mean? So I think it's for him to take off the year to fully get healthy, I think is an unpopular opinion, but I think it was the best decision, especially for him, because now he's back 100%. He's got his body. Not only that, but his whole body gets to rest. Man, you know, your shoulders, your ankles, your elbows, your biceps, your back. Man, all these things that are sore from playing football. You took a year off to heal. So yeah, and we got one guy, Cornelius, says Leatherwood was horrible. Yeah, he was, but there were certain things about him that were good on tape in college. I'm not saying he's going to be great. I'm just saying I want him to win the gig, because if we can, he's like 26 now or so, 7.
Yeah.
If we can get him on another contract, we got 6 years out of this guy, the max, I would say. And you're not going to pay him full price, which means you got a first round left tackle for not first round left tackle money. That's what I'm hoping with this guy. I hope he's able to get that, and we'll see. We will see.
Yeah, I'm with that. Real quick, I was fooled by Leatherwood too. When they signed him, I'm like, okay, it's a good flyer on a guy, but you know, and he did have a couple good moments in Bears. I did a quick video on him on some of the stuff I saw. You know, he was late on a few things, you know, but the physicality standpoint, you know, the athleticism once he was moving was okay. But even when he was drafted, right? I mean, everyone's like, why are they drafting him this high? You know, he is not where he goes. You know, everyone thought he should have been kicked in the guard, you know, and just was moved around quite a bit. And look, not every failed player needs to be compared to a current player, right? Like I get people are worried, like, you know, Rome Odunze is not Kevin White. Just because Kevin White had an injury, now Rome does too. They're not the same player, you know. So I get the hesitation by some Bears fans. Oh no, this is just like this guy. Oh no, it happened before. Well, you know, a lot of things happened before. The Bears couldn't win in a Navy on Navy happened before. Oh no, and then all of a sudden they do it. So things change. It's a new regime. It's a new player. Let's judge him on him.
I said on Wednesday, I said, you can't go by a lot of the shit that's happened before. I'm like, I think Ben Johnson's gone in and literally he did a lobotomy on this whole organization. They think different. They believe different shit. All right. They believe they can win. We're down 21-3 at half. Don't matter. Who cares? We got it. We're coming back. It starts with him. He believes it. It trickles down to the coaching staff. They believe it. It trickles down to the quarterback. He believes it. And it's like this team, I love the attitude and just the positive nature that he's in for, that he's literally beaten into these guys and there's no getting it out of them. None. And that, to me, that's exciting, because again, you're down 21-3 in a playoff game at halftime and you come back like no biggie. We got it. Yeah. And that, to me, is phenomenal coaching. Someone smart, I know one said that coaching matters. So I don't know who he was, but
hashtag
coaching matters. Let's go to the other side of the ball. Talk to me about this secondary. I'm a little concerned. We got Dylan Thieneman, who's a rookie. All right, Kobe Bryant, Super Bowl winning safety. Jalen Johnson, who came back hurt last year, and you can tell because people were throwing at him, because people 2-3 years prior was throwing at him. I almost felt bad for him. Like, you can't get numbers. You can't get numbers when no one throws at you, and no one's throwing his side of the field. And then we got Tyreek Stevenson. And then we got Malik Muhammad on the other side, the number 2 opposite Jalen. And then we have Terrell Smith coming back. Your thoughts on his cornerback position and how you see it playing out. And then we got Kyler Gordon, who still hasn't practiced because of soft tissue injury, for another year.
Yeah, I mean, Kyler Gordon is pretty important part of this defense. Like when they hired, you know, Ben Johnson, they brought in Dennis Allen, you know, they talked this guy up. I mean, they paid him. They paid him as one of the, I think he was the highest paid nickel at the time. You know, they talked about him and what he wanted to do to help their defense, right? Play nickel, you know, roll back and play safety. We saw him even play outside corner during the season. He played out there a little bit. So very versatile, do a lot of things for you. help Dennis Allen disguise what he wants to do. And he played three or four games last year. So I think that's a problem. They need him out there. And you could hear Ben Johnson's frustration, right? It's similar to what he did last year with Luther Burden. He's not out there. He kept saying, I can't really judge a guy that it's not on a practice field. And you felt his frustration. But Luther got healthy. He got out there. And then, of course, the tune changed. So same thing. All college got to do is get his ass out there. He's got to stay healthy. And if he can do that, he'll be fine. But Jalen Johnson, another guy, he came back and, he had an injury, then another injury, he was on IR. He came back and look, he's still relatively young. I mean, we're not talking seems like he's been around for a long time, but because he's been through so many different coaching staffs in Chicago. I mean, but he's 27, right? I mean, that's not old, for a
that's right. You're smack dab in the middle of your prime.
Yeah. So he's under a nice contract, and that contract has aged well, right? I mean, you look at the other corners getting paid around him.
Corners, yeah.
So if Jalen Johnson again bounces back, gets back to that level, and why wouldn't he? He's relatively young. He's a year removed from that injury. I think he's good there. I love the Dylan Thieneman pick. I love the Kobe Bryant pickup. I think safety is going to be awesome back there this year. Tyreek, I like the pick. I like his rookie year. I saw a lot of promise there, and then it kind of just went downhill. So we talk about a guy playing for his NFL life. That's Tyreek. So maybe sometimes that's what it takes, right? When you're faced with, oh shit, this might be it. Sometimes
I'm gonna have to go get a real job.
Yeah, so maybe he will have a nice year because there's some tools there, right? I mean, he's got some skills. Yeah. You got to put it together physically and mentally. You got to put it all together, and if you do that, I think he'll be fine because the other guys are pretty good. The pass rush, though, let's see what happens there.
Yeah, I really liked what Al Harris said about him. Said he came in. Basically, he said he's more mature. But he came in and said this guy is focused. When alluding to the fact that he wasn't focused early, and you can tell by the play. Okay,
the play.
That's just one the word the play. We all know what that is, and he's more focused. He said he's really he's studying. He's asking questions, and that's what you need. So it's crazy that he's actually growing up and acting like a quote unquote professional football player. Who'd have thunk it?
Yeah.
So I like that, Lester. I like that a lot. And to me, that has me excited. What about the edge? All right. Austin Booker looks like a freaking monster. But are you happy with that? Just him and Dio's back. Grady Jarrett's back. But let's talk about the edge. Your thoughts on that, because you got to get to the quarterback.
Yeah. I liked Austin Booker when he coming out, right? Really young player, drafted as a redshirt sophomore. Good athleticism, a lot of tools. But then you watch him play and you're like, okay, this is why he was drafted where he was. But look, the one thing that you can't coach is that motor, right? He's relentless. And you watch him play, he's like nonstop movement. I kind of see why they had, look, I'm not comparing the two on a player standpoint, but you kind of saw how they compared some of the movement and some of the hustle to Max Crosby. That you heard a little bit coming out.
Yeah.
He had that kind of in him because you watch Crosby on the field, and who is just a phenomenal football player, relentless, right? He's nonstop. He always hustles, never gives up on a play. And you watch Booker, you see that, some of his plays last year, tackling guys behind the line of scrimmage, chasing guys down, he has that. His get off wasn't the best. And of course, now this year we hear the coaches talk about it. They said they tweak something in the stance. So, sometimes this is what happens, right? I mean, you get a guy that's young coming in, it takes a while to coach him up. And I thought he had a nice year last year. I mean, he had a great preseason.
So what you're saying, Lester? What you're saying is they're developing him?
They're developing him. And
what the hell's going on there, Lake Forest?
Yeah. So it's good to see. I would have liked to have seen a proven pass rusher come in. So you're not counting on Booker to take a leap. They didn't do it. So they're counting on Booker taking a leap. They're counting on Deo coming back from his Achilles. They're counting on Shamar Turner recovering from his ACL. So Cornelius asked about Shamar Turner. From what I understand, he's there. I'm not sure how much he's practicing because during the offseason, the team doesn't give injury reports. It's pretty much if the beat reporters see a guy, they'll say, oh, he's out there, right? Or he's not here. I haven't really seen much about anyone saying he's not there. Again, since he's defensive end 4, defensive end 5, I'm not sure how much really people are really looking for that. But from what I understand, he's on track to be ready for the season.
I hope the biggest thing is for me is mental now, or for him, I should say, because most of the time when they surgically repair your knee, it's good. It's if not stronger than before, but mentally you have to be ready to test it and do the things you did before, because in the back of your mind you're worried about, is it as strong as it was, and that could cause a delay in some of your movements. And if you delay some of your movements in the NFL, you're blocked. Yeah. So I hope he gets it. I hope he's able to deal with that mental aspect of it, because wow, I like Shemar Turner. I think he and the Vanilla Gorilla, I think, are going to benefit a lot from a healthy Grady Jarrett. The Vanilla Gorilla said that was one of his idols growing up, is Grady Jarrett, and I think Shemar Turner plays like Grady did when Grady was in his prime. So he's got 2 young pupils ready to mold, and man, if he can mold those 2 and they can become productive rotation pieces, dude, now we're gonna start throwing more. We're gonna throw waves at you. This guy, then these guys. You know what I mean? So I'm hoping that situation on the D line works itself out. Last question before we let you go: how do you think Ben comes into this season? All right, he had a lot of hype last year, a lot of success. Okay, his first year as a head coach, not as a play caller, but first year as a head coach / play caller, and I think he did pretty well. Do you see any different? Do you think or foresee any changes Ben Johnson has coming into this 2026 season?
From a scheme standpoint, yeah, I'm sure he'll make some tweaks. We've already heard, last year he used 13 personnel quite a bit. He used 12 personnel quite a bit. I think we see that increase again, especially with Sam Rouse drafted, who's obviously a really good blocking tight end, but, he's got some sneaky speed out there. So I think they're going to do more 13 personnel. They trust it more, I think, better this year. But Ben is who he is, right? He wants to play smash mouth football. I mean, you hear, oh, he's a cutesy offensive guy. That's not who he ever has been. He wants to run the ball down your throat. He wants to hit some big shots, play action. He wants the quarterback to just kind of, play point guard out there. And we saw some schematic shifts between what Goff did in Detroit and what Caleb did, because he's building this offense around Caleb. And again, year 2 is another rebuild. So they're going to rebuild it around with the personnel they have now. DJ Moore is gone. They're going to feature Luther Burden more. Robert Dunze hopefully is healthy. Again, we talk about Colson Loveland, who I just think is going to have a phenomenal season this year. He may be your feature. He may be your featured guy. He may be your number 1 targeted receiver out there, because he's just that good. So they'll tweak some stuff. But I think Ben really set the tone after the season, like pretty quick. I'm not sure when he had this interview, but they talked to him about, the success and all this. He's like, look, that's over. New season. Let's move on. He turned the page quickly. Yeah, let's enjoy the 11-6. Let's enjoy the Packer win. Let's enjoy making it to the Rams game, which fell short. But you could just sense they're fuming at losing to the Rams. You could just sense how pissed off he is, because he wants to win, right? So I think his team will take on that personality. And I know Caleb has, right? I mean, he all he cares about is the win. He wants to get out there and do what he can to help his team win ball games. So I'm expecting more of the same, right? He'll get cute once in a while, because that's what he wants to do. He wants to kind of, show some things, and you're like, oh, why is he going for it on 4th and 8, in this part of the field? Because sometimes he just wants to see what happens out there. So as fans, we'll be like, oh, why is he doing this? But the end of the day, man, he's a phenomenal offensive mind. He led this team to 11 wins in his first season. Again, man, the sky's the limit, man. It's Super Bowl talk is real, right? It's, as fans, we should really expect them to be in the mix from now on. From now on, this is it. Caleb and Ben, they're always going to be a playoff contender because of who they are. And I think that's what, as fans, it's hard, right? We're like, same old Bears. We're always wanting to find the reason to be negative, but there's too much positivity around this team. So I'm fired up.
Yeah, it's the PTSD that we have, and it's just they've heard us so many times before. But again, Dr. Ben Johnson with the lobotomy on this organization, and he needs to do a whole bunch of lobotomies on Bear fans because get them thinking positively because we're always looking for the negative. Yeah. We're just waiting for the other shoe to drop is literally what we're doing as Bear fans, which is kind of sad, but it's understandable because of what we've experienced through our 55, 56 years of life. We've experienced it, okay? And everybody else who's experienced it. But again, what Ben's doing is different. It seems like it's something that we haven't seen here in a long, long time. And it's God, is it so freaking fun. So yeah, looking forward to it. Hey, Lester, great stuff, man. I appreciate it. Awesome, man. Do me a favor before you go. Let everyone know where they can find you and your work online.
You can find me social at Wiltfong Jr. All my writing stuff is Windy City Gridiron. All my podcast and video stuff is at Second City Gridiron.
Good stuff, man. Bear down, man. I'm fired up, dude.
Let's go.
Let's go, baby. Thanks, buddy. We'll talk soon.
Anytime, my friend. Take it easy.
All righty. Guys, that's Lester Wiltfong Jr. Yes. Oh, Cornelius, I call it BTSD, Bears Traumatic Stress Syndrome. There you go. Oh, Plakester, you missed Lester. Oh, you got to go back and check it out. It was a good interview. Good conversation that we had. Hey, Cornelius, Bears traumatic stress disorder. That's what we have. That's what we have. But it's unfortunate. It's unfortunate. But remember, we can be positive. We can believe that things are going to be different. We can believe that. Okay? It's okay to believe in good. It's okay to believe in the good. It's okay. Let's not think of the negative. Let's not say, oh, man, it's the Bears here, the Bears. We're going to do. Let's think good. They gave us a lot to love last year. And I'm only thinking they're going to build upon that on that foundation. Okay? You have your quarterback. You have the guy who can develop our quarterback into something special. We have a quarterback who's special. We have a quarterback developer who can develop regular quarterbacks into something special. So imagine what he can develop Caleb into. We saw some of the things last year that happened. A lot of it was Caleb being Caleb. What does Rick say? Let Caleb be Caleb, or is that Shorty? Let Caleb be. I think it's Shorty. It says, let Caleb be Caleb. And as a coach, you have to understand when you want to get on your quarterback and when you insist on him playing in structure and when it's okay for him to go off platform. Because you don't want him to say, oh, like Justin Fields, like I got to do this. I got to do this. Remember, Justin Fields was a son of a police officer. He's very strict. And he's more of a yes, sir, no, sir, more of a soldier type. Just do what I'm told. Caleb does what's necessary, what he feels, and is unapologetic about it. That's what I like about Caleb. If something's not working, He's going to do something that he feels will work. So I'm excited. I can't tell you how excited I am about this season coming up because I'm expecting a deep playoff, at least to the NFC Championship game. At least. I mean, we got the Rams we got to deal with. All right. They just had that trade. Their defense got crazy. There are rumors of Aaron Donald coming out of retirement, which I don't believe. I don't believe he's coming out of retirement. He's got a Super Bowl ring. Doesn't need to prove anything to anyone. I mean, granted, for him, it'd be great to play alongside of Myles Garrett, but he doesn't need that to cement his legacy. His legacy is already cemented. He's a bad Mother Hubbard. So, but the Rams are tough. Green Bay is going to be a pain in the butt. Does Green Bay rebound? Do they come back and have a good year? There's a couple good teams in the NFC we got to deal with. The world champion Seattle Seahawks. Okay. The Niners were good last year. And despite the fact, and this is no disrespect to any other team, and I haven't done an in-depth dive on other teams' draft picks, free agent signings, and acquisitions. Okay. But I really feel comfortable and confident in our Bears and what we've done this offseason. Not to mention the coaching staff, the way they coach, the culture that's been set, that's been established here. In 1 year, that culture has been established. 1 year. So I'm not worried about a lot. I'm anxious. I'm excited. And I don't mean anxious in a bad way. I'm excited. Okay? Black Diamond says, Shawn, rumor has it Parsons will be put on the PUP list and Josh Jacobs may get put on the exempt list. Well, he might. They might. First game against Green Bay is what, week 4? We got that. Let's see. Steve, take it down. Steve, no, he did not. Good. Week 5. Week 5. If Josh Jacobs is not available or is put on an exempt list due to the domestic violence arrest, it's going to hurt that organization, that franchise. And before we all jump on him, let's remember, some women will push you to that point. They know what buttons to push to get you to react a certain way. You as a man and him as a man with a hell of a lot of money and a hell of a lot to lose needs to understand that whatever she does, and believe me, women know exactly what nerve to jump on, you must remain calm. That's if she's getting in your face, that if she spits at you, that if she hits you, that if she slaps you, that you have a heck of a lot more to lose than her. And I'm not saying it's easy at all. I'm not. Because Lord knows there was time I would have liked to shake the shit out of a person I was dating because they were just acting crazy. But don't put your hands on them. Don't assault them. That's on him. Nothing more, nothing less. That's on him. He allowed her to get underneath his skin and But who cares? You know what? FGB. I don't care. King Booker says, my sources tell me that the girlfriend of Josh Jacobs was heard saying, I really like that Monangai kid. And he reacted. Oh, that's funny. That's funny. Hey, listen, guys. Don't forget, start getting your Sports Zone Chicago swag. Get your Sports Zone Chicago hats, Sports Zone Chicago t-shirts. Get your Cigar Fanatic t-shirts. If you like smoking cigars, grab a shirt, rock it. When you go to the cigar lounge, people go, where'd you get that shirt? It's dope. Got it at sportzonechicago.com. Get your Coaching Matters shirts. Because we all know the Coaching Matters now that it's evident. It matters, good or bad. Good or bad. We saw it with bad coaches, with Fields, with Trubisky, with Cutler. We're now seeing it with a great coach in Ben Johnson. So get your Coaching Matters t-shirts. Get your Bears Victory Monday t-shirts. Get your Good, Better, Best t-shirts. Good, Better, Best hoodies. You see, Shawn already got his FGB hoodie. Make sure you hop on and get yours. I know you guys want them. Get your FGB t-shirts. Do it. And don't forget, man, looks like I'm the Chicago Bear. Oh, that's perfect. That's awesome. The double nickel all linen celebration for the SuperBack. Saturday, July 25th, 4:30 to 7:30 on the Summer of George boat, 900 South Wells. Boarding starts at 4 o'clock. Man, oh, man, oh, man. That's what I'm talking about. $55 a person. Or you can pay via Zelle, PayPal, or Venmo. I might have an even more streamlined way to do it. I'll try and get that together over the weekend. But get your tickets. I don't want you to miss this because this is going to be fun. This is going to be fun. It is one you are not going to want to miss. It's one, I'm telling you, this is going to be dope. I got two DJs, DJ Cuco. He does Spanish and Booty House, Ghetto House, and my man DY Nemesis, straight hip hop. So if you want that 90s, 2000s hip hop, and that's my man, DY Nemesis. That's it. Well, listen, folks, 2 hours is come and gone. I want to thank my guest, Lester Wiltfong Jr., for coming from Windy City Gridiron, for coming on and talking Bears with us. All right, I hope you guys have a great weekend. It's going to be warm. It's supposed to rain today or tomorrow. Who cares? It's going to be the 80s today, mid to high 80s, depending where you're at. Much warmer further away from the lake, like out here in Orland Park. Still going to be 85, 86 down by the lake. So I expect to see a lot of people at the beaches. All right, 85 degrees, yeah. Patty Lara's in the house. Her grandson Jeremiah says, FGB, bear down, paws up, let's go. I see you're teaching him well. You're teaching him well. I love it. Hey, listen, let your loved ones know you love them because tomorrow is promised to no one. Remember that. Okay? What a great weekend for you. Set up a time for breakfast, brunch, lunch, dinner, happy hour, drinks, something with your people. Festivals are in full swing. All right? Festivals are in full swing. Meet up with your peoples at a festival. Hang out. I guarantee both of you will be happy that you made that call to hang out. Guaranteed. But listen, I got to get out of here. I'm tired. I'm exhausted. I went swimming yesterday. So I went swimming Tuesday and Thursday this week. I'm going to go swimming again tomorrow. I kick-ass workout for CrossFit today. No, I was on a fast for 3 days. So yesterday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. So Tuesday, I did CrossFit in the morning, swam. Wednesday, actually, I took the day off. I didn't do CrossFit. Then yesterday, CrossFit in the morning, swam. Today, CrossFit. I'm exhausted. Your boy is tired. Tired is your boy. But I'm going to do something this weekend. Not sure what it is yet, but I'm definitely going to do something. So you guys have a great weekend. Please be safe. Hope to see you all back here on Monday. All right, 12:15 to 2:15. Lakina McGee and Sydney Brown and Second City Sports gives you another 2 hours of Chicago sports talk. Tune into them. But for everyone here at Sports Zone Chicago, I'm your boy, the SuperBack, Shawn Sierra. Have a great weekend, but your boy is out.